Welcome everyone back to Mr. Weather Update. Today's video, we'll look at the live radar. We'll look at the UK UV, having the temperatures for the next 5 days, and the temperatures as well, and the precipitation models for the next 5 days. We'll look at the GFS, ECM, and the Malfortune for the next couple of days. Sorry, next couple of weeks. That will take us first day to the focus. I'll have that for you in a minute. So to say that tomorrow we'll be doing the extended ECMWF European outlook for 30 days. Perhaps going up to 46 days. That will go through the rest of August and also the early September as well. That will be early morning tomorrow, so probably 8 o'clock. So for quite an early upload, so make sure you wait for that, and I'll put that onto the Facebook as well. So we start off with the live radar. You can see a little bit more unsettled today. A bit of showers, not very heavy, if I'm being honest. A bit more like light showers, light to moderate showers. One in Lancashire there, and there's one in mid Wales as well, and further showers in Scotland as well, scattered around, and a few showers as well in Western North Ireland, moderate times on the hills. If you do look at the UK, vehicle precipitation and temperatures for the next 5 days. Let's look at the latest run. There we go. You can see again there's a few showers today. And then, and you can see that's basically the theme we're going to go on today. And as we go into Tuesday, it's a bit more unsettled for the north and the west, especially. Very unsettled, actually. Some heavy, perhaps even some embedded thunderstorms likely in Scotland. Very heavy showers possible along this cold front. And it could be heavy on the hills as well. And that'll be tracking northeastwards with some showers remaining into the afternoon and the evening. Otherwise, a bit cloudy in the rest of areas of England and Wales. Brighton, it does gradually start to brighten up a little bit though, with the odd isolated shower likely. So it brightens up from the south. Wednesday, very sunny day, a little bit less than settled, but still could see some line of heavy showers in Scotland, where that way the front besides. Cloudy in the north, but clear in the southeast. Then we have we've got further showers as well. Some heavy showers likely. You could even spill into northern England at times. In Scotland, so again some very heavy showers there, but red colours there. Otherwise, Thursday it's not looking too bad in terms of the cloud cover now. At least at the first half of the day, a bit hazy at times really, but a little bit more better in terms of sunshine in the north really. So not too bad really. And then looking on to Friday, once again, very similar, variable cloud cover with some isolated showers in Scotland, locally heavy at times, with some clouds possible in the east. With another band of rain pushing into early August, so looking like a bit of an unsettled feel really, to the early start of August, even to this UKV site at the moment, as we head into the first stages of August. Okay, well, that's basically the outlook for that. I'm just checking something there. Okay, whatever. So if you look at the max temperatures for the next couple of days, you can see for Tuesday, you can see it's gradually going to start to warm up into heat wave conditions, and you can see a bit of a contrast going on there. So unfortunately, or even fortunately for some areas of the northwest, especially, so northwestern Scotland and northern England, are not going to see any of this heat wave conditions because they're still near low pressure systems. So a bit of a northwest southeast split at the moment. So you can see Scotland, we're in the mid-teens. Otherwise, eastern Scotland is a little bit better. 23 Celsius, so feeling quite pleasant there if we do get any sunshine. Northern England, once again, a bit of a contrast to the western Northern England and the east. Western areas could still, struggle to get to 20 Celsius. Other than that, the rest of areas are we're in the low 20s. 23 Celsius is the highest we might see on Tuesday, tomorrow. Rest of areas are in the mid to high 20s, so 29, perhaps even 30 Celsius. If we have variable cloud cover amounts as well. If we head into what is this? Wednesday, this is likely to be the hottest day so far. You can see there's a clear contrast between, again, northwest Scotland and southeast of England. You can see we're around the low to mid-teens in Scotland, especially in northwestern Scotland as well. And obviously, then we've got eastern Scotland, a bit better there, 20 Celsius, but it's a little bit cooler for there though, compared to recent days. UKV, and then we've got the UKVs for northern England. Either high teens to mid 20s, most likely, as a range. Cooler in the west, near the Lake District there, a bit cooler there. Still a bit pleasant temperatures though. And then in the southwest, southeast, southwest is a little bit cooler actually, away from the heat this time, so it could be in the 20s, but southeast in England, we're idly in the mid 30s once again, 33, 34, and can't even rule out a nice like 35 Celsius. So quite again, this is the 10th consecutive days of seeing 35 Celsius, so it's been quite common this summer really, and I would have surprised to see it again sometime in August as well. Going off to Thursday, nowhere near as hot really, if I'm being honest. Here, look at northwestern Scotland, we're in some areas, and I think this is, overdoing it just a little bit. Low teens and high single digits. I mean, in Scotland, so it's going to feel quite cold there, probably in the Highlands if you're sheltered around these hills. The highest we're going to see in Scotland is 17 degrees, so very, very nearly unseasonably cool for there, if I'm being honest. Northern England, still a bit cool in the northwest, high teens, and even in some sheltered regions of Yorkshire, we're in the mid-teens. But other than that, northeastern England are in the low 20s, 22 Celsius is likely at the highest. And then finally, rest of areas in the south. Central areas are in the mid to high 20s. Nowhere near as hot, but still a bit hot really. 27, perhaps even I say 28 Celsius. So still quite hot actually for Tuesday. Then you can see on Friday we've cooled down considerably. Scotland was still in the mid-teens. 17 degrees is the highest we're going to see. Then we've got Northern England, once again high teens, low 20s. Gradually starting to be a bit of a cooling trend there. And temperatures for southern England is not really much higher or lower really, about low to mid 20s, so 23 to 24 Celsius. That's back to around average for the time of year really, so that's how it's going to be like really for that one as well. So yeah, quite more, let's say, unsettled and a lot cooler as we get into the first stage of August. So let's have a look at the 0Z run from the GFS. You can see here a ridge of high pressure building, bringing winds on the southwesterly direction, bringing some exceptionally hot air really. 35 Celsius is likely in this run. And as we go throughout the end of this run, we can see low pressure starting to become more dominant, especially from the north and west. Could be quite cool and showery at times, the longest spells of rain. Doesn't really show it very much on this run though, but it could be like that. Quite changeable really, a bit unsettled at times, and it does say that high pressure could even build in a little bit at the very end of this run. 6 said UK run, again we've got high pressure building up from the south in a southwesterly direction, bringing hot air to the southeast, but still quite cool in the northwest, quite close to low pressure systems really, so it could be quite cool and showery there. Into August, get more of a changeable theme after the 4th, with Atlantic systems coming from the west being changeable conditions at times. So it could be quite unsettled then. And then, once again, we could have high pressure building at the very end of this run. But obviously, we have to take that with a pinch of salt. 18Z run, once again, we've got... No, this is a 12Z run. Once again, rigid high pressure from the southwest. If I'm being honest, it's overdoing it a little bit there. But then we've got low pressure to the north in the northwesterly direction, showers, long spells of rain, very changeable indeed. If I'm being honest, it really is undoing it just a little bit, the GFS run, with a low pressure at the end of this run. 18Z run, again, we've got high pressure building in from the southwest, the continent, bringing some hot air at times, and northerlies, and cooler air in the northwest. That could be still quite changeable there, and it could be quite sunny as well. And we've got a cut-off low forming Probably going to be a thundery low actually, and that could bring in some thunderstorms. So we'll have to look at that. Quite changeable though, as we get into August, especially with the ridge of high pressure. But that's the Azores high trying to build in there, if you've not seen already. And then finally looking at the ECMWF, which is my favoured run, because obviously this is more likely to happen than any of the GFS runs. So you get high pressure building for the southeast, sorry, and that's going to bring in some hot air at times for a day, and then it'll gradually turn more unsettled at the end of this run into the early August in particular. Low pressure to the north and high pressure far to the south at the moment, and that's just going to stay there really for a time. So yeah, the signs of it turning a bit more cooler and settled. If I'm being honest, it does this model one, with low pressure to the north and high pressure, so obviously that could be quite unsettled, bringing a westerly wind. So we'll have to see what happens there. Look at temperatures really quickly. Just say it's going to be a little bit cooler than average. Perhaps for a time, not for a lot long though. I could even have the odd warm spell at early August. So again, nothing prolonged in terms of heat either, but you know, that's how it's going to look like. Final UK Met Euro run. We've got high pressure to the south, building in, bringing some 35 Celsius likely by midweek. That pushes away. We've got low pressure to the north and a thundery low there, bringing some unsettled weather at times, and perhaps even cooler conditions as we introduce that fresher air, and also some I guess cooler weather as well. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.